Hello everybody, Cat Matt here, and again, I will reiterate that I've been doing some new videos and kick some new information on my YouTube page, and I've done a couple videos today, and I wanted to do one more today, and I just wanted to kind of take you through a walk through my tackle box. I carry a big a big Cast King bag, and it is loaded to the hilt, and just kind of got some stuff laying out here on the table, and I just wanted to show you, for those of you who are interested, what's on the inside of my tackle box. So I'm going to just kind of go through some things here. First of all, I got me some Cast King mono. I've got it in green. I've got it in the off red. Good leader line. I also run it on a main line on a couple of my rods and my setups. I've got, what else I got in here? Got my Cast King, my cutting knife for bait when we're cutting big baits. Yeah, that's, no secret. And then I have enough demon dragons in here to play the maracas. I could do this all day long. I've got all kinds of them. I don't pay attention to what edition they are because I think that's dumb. Nobody's edition works better than anybody's edition. There are times when the water changes where, a brighter one or a flashier bait might help attract a fish a little better into a, reactionary strike or something like that. But that's all just so people can put their name out there, and doesn't make a crap bit of difference. So I don't care whether you've got a dark color or, whatever. Bingo bongo. If I was ever going to use one for the purpose of the color itself, obviously something shiny like a shad or a shiner would be a choice, but nonetheless, I've caught just as many fish on these. I've never really noticed a difference in the actual color of the demon dragon working. The purpose of the demon dragon is the float and a little extra noise. So if you're just dropping them over the side of the boat to hang and use them for a float, they're not going to be any better than a 50-cent peg float. The purpose is to be moving them or to have the current moving them, so you do get that little extra attractant from the rattle. But I carry all sizes and all kinds of colors of demon dragons. I got like I said, I got enough in here I could start a little mariachi band, so got to have them. I just went over, but tackling cats. I have a huge box full of tackling cats hook opened, ready to go. I have extra bags. I'm a guide. I can't afford, and I'm not the brightest star in the sky, so I can't afford to run out of the right hook on the right, the right hook at the wrong time. So I carry a lot of hooks, the J's, the J cats, the Kales, the circles, everything. From Willie at Tackling Cats. Always have a lot of extras ready to go. Get rid of these. I already talked about those. I always carry a knife sharpener, knife sharpeners, and a file. Files can, sometimes you do get a hook on a rock or in the rocks. I fish a lot of rocks for flatheads, and a file can be a huge tool where maybe you just nick that tip a little bit. And, something I like to do when I'm fishing is I like to take the hook and I like to run it across my finger real soft. And if it doesn't stick, I either sharpen it or I throw it out. Plain and simple. That's just how I do things. Doesn't mean you have to. From Macy's Fishing Finds. These are their 2-aught crane three-way swivels. These are my favorite swivels. Macy's carries them. I love them. Real nice and loose. And we give away a lot of the ball and chain swivels, which I also have to help reduce line twist as well. I carry a lot of my sinkers in the boat itself, but I use a ton of no-roll sinkers. Macy's also has those, TN Catfish and Supply and Bait as well. I carry some 3-ways. I'm really now kind of hooked, on dragging and drifting weights. Really, really like Aaron Churchwell's new stuff from Slime Time Catfish, and really love them. Something that a lot of you probably don't carry is a good dip bait worm. Because up here when people come and they just want to catch some channel cats or whatever, a dip bait worm. J&N makes a great dip bait worm. They make them with a sponge on them. You can take the sponge off and it exposes the hook. Great. They're hollow on the inside, holds a lot of bait, gets the job done. Most anglers up in this part of the country love J&N dip worms. They are the cat's ass, so to speak. I carry a variety of floats, anywhere from large, bright floats to small, bright floats, intermediate floats, colors. I mean, there's all colors, shapes, and sizes of floats. I carry tools. I carry lots and lots of extra, several different styles of clips from offshore tackle. For my planer boards, when I'm running planer boards, I have an extra kit for tattle flag that is always with me when I go fishing, because when you go without something, perhaps say this, your remote for your iPilot, which I forgot to take to Alabama last week. Mama had this great idea, and Shell, she's the best, but she had this bright idea to have a three-door shelf she shoved up under her side of the dash there, and that's where we kept this. Well, I took that out to clean the boat out one day, and it never got put back in, so we went to Alabama last week, and we didn't get to use our trolling motor last week because this was in the garage in the three-tiered shelf. So, let that be a lesson to all you Hanyaks out there. And then I have, also buried in my compartments, I also have my headlamps, and I've got my, some little flashlights. This is my little Cast King flashlight right here. Great stuff. Very bright. Check the batteries all the time. I carry extra batteries for my remotes and stuff. This is our Cast King scale. We always have a scale with us. So there's more floats, sharpeners. Backup plugs for the boat. You never know when you're going to lose a plug in your boat. I know some of them are wired on and all that stuff, but I have 2 or 3 of these floating around in my tackle box. Always have extra plugs for my boat. I tell you, if you lose your plug in your boat, that gaping hole in the back of your boat is just never a good thing. So I would highly advise having a spare. Okay, now, these are my pre-tied leaders. This is how I do a lot of my leaders. I know Glenn's got rig wraps and stuff going on, but this is what I've done for years. These are a bunch of the K-Cats from Willie at Tackling Cats, and I've got them pre-tied in a bag, ready to go. I got circles, and I've got J's, and I've got all my pre-tied rigs ready to go. I've got small ones for the winter months tied up, ready to go. Here's some of the circles from Willie, all tied up, ready to go. So I kind of keep a bunch of stuff. And at the bottom of my tackle box, I have my skipjack kit, bait fishing stuff in case we're out, we need to catch chubs or skips or anything like that. I have extra sets of grippers, which, these are Cast King grippers. I really like these. They're a little bit smaller up the top. They fit in your hand better, but they have the same strength. And they really, really clasp really, really good, and they're really expensive. Cast King makes a lot of good stuff. So anyway, I got more stuff, and maybe I'll cover more later, but I just wanted to kind of take you through a run through my tackle box and the things that I have to have with me and want to have with me when I hit the water. There's a lot of other things that I didn't cover. I mean, I got some rattles in here bouncing around and stuff, but maybe I'll do a second video to this one at some point. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Maybe it woke you up to some things you don't have with you that you are thinking, you know what, that's a good idea. Maybe I will, and because that's the whole point of the video. So hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. I'll be doing a lot of videos. Please help me promote my Facebook, or my YouTube page, because I haven't done it in years, and I'd like to get her going again and get a lot of interest in it. And I don't do as many fishing videos as a lot of people do per se, but I like to share a lot of information. So we will see you soon with another video. You all have a good day.